All right. So the question that I have for you watching is it time to be concerned about the Detroit Lions? Now you might be like, oh, well, what do you mean? We're 8-3. We haven't lost 2 in a row in a year. How can you be concerned? How can you even mention the word concern with an 8-3 record? Well, let me remind you about the 2022 Minnesota Vikings, who went 12-5, who won 11 one-score games. First time in NFL history it happened. What happens? They get bounced out at their own home by the New York Giants, who are pitiful this year. They were pitiful before they lost their quarterback. I'm going to say it like this. The Detroit Lions are 16-5 in their last 21 games. They sit 8-3. They are fourth. They are third in the NFC. They are fourth or fifth in the league. And they have 6 games left. If the Lions were to go 3-3 in the last 6, that's 50%. That's 500. And they go into the playoffs 11-6. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about 50%, 500 over the next 6 games? We have the Saints coming up this week. They're going to be down Chris Olave. They're going to be down Michael Thomas. They're going to be down Marshawn Lattimore. Game we should win, right? But the Green Bay Packers were down 10 players. Jair Alexander, nope, right? 10 players, we lost. Then we go and we play Chicago Bears. Well, we just barely made it out of Ford Field with the win. Really should have lost. If Justin Fields was a better quarterback, we lose that game. Then we host Denver Broncos. Let's ride. Denver Broncos, who have won 5 in a row. Okay, easy schedule, right? We said it was going to be easy. Then we go Minnesota, Dallas, Minnesota. What do you think the Detroit Lions record is going to be at the end of the season? Are we going to run the table? Are we going to go 5-1, 4-2, 3-3? Is it time to begin to worry about the Detroit Lions? Now, here's my thing. I'm going to tell you like this. If the Detroit Lions finish 11-6, somebody need to be fired. Wait a minute. What do you mean somebody need to be fired? Am I talking about Brad Holmes? Nope. Am I talking about Dan Campbell? No. Maybe Aaron Glenn needs to be fired. Maybe the defensive line coach needs to be fired. Or maybe we fire the towel boy. You know, the guy that keeps the towels warm for your team, that puts them over your face as you're getting a massage or whatever it is. Maybe that guy needs to be fired. The Detroit Lions have no business going 11-6 after starting 8-2. That is not a team that goes into the playoffs confident. Is it time to worry about the Detroit Lions? It's been time. It's been time. Why? Because our defense is ranked 22nd, coming from 28th in 2022 and 32 in 2021. We have no pass rush, 0. Another game with no sacks. Our leading sack person is Aiden Hutchinson with 5.5. Josh Allen, 9.5. Daniil Hunter, +10. TJ Watt, I saw it yesterday, 12.5. 12.5. Our entire team has 23. The Lions have a problem. And I said this before. Why is it time to worry about the Detroit Lions? Because in the playoffs, you're not going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles with no pass rush. You're not going to beat the San Francisco 49ers with no pass rush. You are going to get to the playoffs, and then you're going to go home. Is it time to worry about the Detroit Lions? Yes. Yes. Making the playoffs? Nope, they're going to do that. Winning the division? I think they do that. I am confident they do that. There's no reason they shouldn't win the division. They have 2 games against Minnesota. Right now, they have a 2.5 game lead. That lead can be slapped or put down to 1.5 with a win by the Minnesota Vikings Monday Night Football Week 12. Detroit Lions need to handle business. They get those 2 dubs against Minnesota. We win the division hands down. Right? But we have some stiff competition coming up. Mobile quarterbacks can't seem to stop, and we got to play a bunch of them. Let's remember, Derek Carr, not a concern. He doesn't move around. Justin Fields, check, mobile quarterback. Russell Let's Ride Wilson, mobile quarterback. Josh Dobbs, twice, mobile quarterback. Dak Prescott, mobile quarterback. He doesn't like to run, but he can. So your Detroit Lions, very possible they go 3-3 down the stretch, end up 11-6, and if they're not careful, they're going to miss out on the division. Is it time for you to be worried about the team? It is. It is. The only way not, because you don't want to go into the playoffs 3-3. The worst we need to go into the playoffs, 4-2. We need to go off. We need to go in on a win. That's period. So let me know what you think. Is it time to worry about the Detroit Lions?